Hello. So today I want to share my bag collection as a minimalist woman. At this moment I have 4 bags. So the first one that I have is a small cotton backpack. This is a very practical bag and it also fits my laptop. I always use this one if I need to carry more stuff or if I need to bring my laptop somewhere. This is the bag that I have the longest, and for a couple of years it was also my only bag. But after a while, after a couple of years, sometimes it felt a bit too large and I just wanted something smaller. I wanted a purse that I could also wear on my shoulder because that is a bit more convenient with long hair, I find. And then I have this vintage bag that I bought online on Vinted for a couple of euros. I like this bag very much for how it looks, but it's also easy and practical. It fits my water bottle as well. For me, that is a necessary requirement for a bag that I use on a daily basis. It's also the thing that I look at first, because otherwise it's already not an option. Somehow I get a bit anxious when I don't have access to water when I'm out and especially when I'm gone for a longer time. I have had 2 occasions in my life where I was caught off guard by a very dry throat and I was not able to stop the coughing, and to a point where tears just streamed down my face and I was almost choking. Once on a bus ride and once when I was in line at the grocery store. And both times I remember vividly. And apart from the embarrassment of my violent disturbance of the public spaces, it was also a bit scary because nothing helped and I felt like I was choking. So that is why I'd rather have a water bottle with me at all times, because that's the only thing that really helps when I have a dry throat. And now I also have a simple black purse. This one also fits my water bottle and also is the perfect size for me. And I just wanted something to rotate a little bit. For years I only had the one backpack and I noticed that I started to get a little bit bored from just having one. So now I have these 3 to rotate a little bit, but to still keep it very simple, and this seems to work well for me. It's still not much, there is no decision fatigue and I like them all, but I can change it up a little bit. And this one I also bought secondhand on Vinted for a couple of euros. And I actually wanted one of this model because it's convenient for me and I just like the size and that it's very simple, not too many details and so forth. And then the last one that I have is a small bag, and I have this one solely for the purpose of going out to openings of art exhibitions and those kind of occasions, when smaller is just more practical and when it only needs to hold my keys, wallet and phone basically. And that is also the only time that I can leave without a water bottle. Usually those occasions have plenty of drinks anyway. At this moment I have nothing for traveling. I have no suitcase or anything, and for a while now I'm not someone who travels often. And it is also not really high on my bucket list for the nearby future. I do like day trips in the Netherlands or Belgium, and before I had pets I did travel a bit more, but those were also mostly short city trips in Europe. And maybe my preferences will change in the future, who knows. But for now I don't have a suitcase and I will get one if I need one. And in the meanwhile, during my process to find the right bags, which has been for I think a year now that I tried to find my bags, I did have 2 missed buys in my search for bags, which I always find such a bummer, but if I knew beforehand, of course I would not have made the mistake. And one was a bag that I bought in a pretty good quality store, but the edges started to wear out very quickly. Within a couple of weeks I already felt ashamed wearing it because it was just so worn out. And that's when I decided to go for a secondhand, because I felt like let's try that. And at first I wanted something of fake leather, but the same story there. It also started to break down on the edges and I also felt embarrassed wearing it. So then I decided to go for real leather and to also take care of the leather, but I will show that in another video. And hopefully leather will last a bit longer, but so far the last couple of months that I have these two bags, it seems way better and I don't have much problems with the bags. And I'm curious to hear what works for you, how many bags you have or like to have. So let me know, and thanks so much for watching. See you next time.